Kone is the perfect Bellingham alternative. It is reported that Liverpool found the player in the Bundesliga, who could be an excellent alternative to Jude Bellingham, whose transfer to Real Madrid was seriously discussed. The Reds are still in talks with Borussia Mönchengladbach as headliner Kone. So what are the latest developments in Kone? Christian Falk recently stated that the Reds have started transfer talks with the 22-year-old midfielder and are trying to strengthen their exhausted midfield. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano claimed that Liverpool were briefed on Kone's £30 million valuation following talks between the two clubs' representatives this week. He claimed Gladbach was willing to let the midfielder leave this summer if the price tag was met, confirming Falk's news. This low price tag is due to the player entering the penultimate year of his contract with Foles. In addition, it seems possible that he did not want to renew the terms and therefore was sent for a sufficient fee. Falk noted that Kone could be an alternative to the fantastic engine that is Borussia Dortmund's Bellingham. The transfer of Alexis Mac Allister, who is on his way to signing at Anfield, will be the #1 priority as the first order of business. However, the moves show that a meticulously drawn plan has come into effect. Most pleasing are the midfield moves for Liverpool fans after the previous transfer window. Despite the midfield insistence of the Anfield people last summer, Klopp and FSG management refused to hire a new midfielder. However, just before the end of the transfer season, only Arthur Melo's loan transfer took place. The Brazilian player, who did not have enough condition and match rhythm, could not contribute anything to Liverpool this season. Arthur has been injured all year and has not been able to decorate the Premier League. Myopic recession on the transfer front has contributed to the club's poor form this season and missing Champions League football for the first time in 7 seasons. Kone was described as a one-man army by talent scout Jocek Kulik. Indeed, he has made 60 appearances for the German Bundesliga club and radiates swagger and strength befitting his youth years, which has solidified his central position since signing from Toulouse in 2020. According to SofaScore, Kone has completed 87% of his passes this season. He also averaged 2.5 tackles, 1.1 tackles, and 0.7 key passes. He gave an impressive performance despite his team finishing in 10th place. Although he's typically a central midfielder, his forward-pushing football impresses Klopp. When comparing midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues last year, Kone was in the top 4%. According to FBref data, he is among the top 90% with 21 straight passes per game. This shows his knack for bypassing unfortunate defenders and preparing promising positions. It's a top-notch thing that Bellingham ranks itself between the top 8% and 1% for the same metrics. While the young Englishman is more refined in this sense, Kone can be transferred for the much lower price of the €100 million plus add-on price the Yellow Wall has charged for one of its most coveted assets. While developing as a one-man army at the core of the Gladbach team, Liverpool are taking the necessary steps to return to the forefront after going off track this year. In this context, Kone could become one of the best midfielders in Europe under Klopp's wing at Merseyside. Klopp seeks to bring high dynamism and resilience to his midfield. Liverpool midfield has been pretty empty this season and has been easily overtaken by opponents. In many games during the season, opponents took advantage of the weakness of the midfield and Liverpool caught their defense off guard. While this decline in the midfield affected the offensive performance of the team, it also greatly affected the defensive performance. Therefore, the high energy that Kone will bring to the midfield will definitely make a difference in the team's connection between defense and offense. Klopp can make a U-turn to spice up the offense. German media reports suggest that Sadio Mane may return to Liverpool after his only season with Bayern Munich. Liverpool sold Mane to Bayern last summer rather than allow a free separation as he enters the final year of his contract. It is a fact that the Senegal national team player performs at the desired level in his current team, while Jürgen Klopp lacks the same dynamism. Things haven't gone as planned for Mane since the breakup, either. Most notably, his spell with Bayern was marred by a raid with Leroy Sane. Now Bild reports that both Mane and Sane will go on sale this summer if a good offer comes in. After the club's transfer of Darwin Núñez from Benfica and Cody Gakpo from Ajax, it certainly does not seem logical to transfer to this region. However, given Mane's current situation, he might be quite plausible to support the offensive line. Without Mane, Liverpool would not qualify for next season's Champions League, while Bayern won the Bundesliga and thus will again take part in UEFA's best rivalry. But on a personal level, Mane discovered that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So a U-turn could be possible should Liverpool get serious about re-signing the former Southampton star. In his original spell at the club, Mane scored 120 goals in 269 appearances for Liverpool. So far for Bayern, on the contrary, he has managed to score 12 goals in 38 matches. Do you think Mane will succeed again at Liverpool? The former Liverpool man expects to move soon for the £65 million star in the midst of his surprise transfer decision. Republic of Ireland boss Stephen Kelly has made a summer transfer for Kelleher from Liverpool. The goalkeeper has been the second choice behind Alisson Becker at Liverpool for several seasons. But the club's performance in the Fours run in the 2021-2022 season showed that he was ready to take the next step towards playing regular first-team football. In essence, he's too good to sit on the bench on weekdays, off-week, and there have been increasing reports of him wanting to walk away in recent months. This move may already be in the works, especially given that his international manager is supporting the 24-year-old in the name of a summer pass to play regularly while speaking to an Irish media outlet. He looks like he's going to be on the move this summer, and that can only benefit him because he needs to play, said Stephen Kelly. He's starved for games this year and that's been a problem for him. The previous season was somewhat successful for him. He won the League Cup and played in cup competitions. I think he will be transferred to another team this summer. It wouldn't be right to talk about a player who moves normally, but he is behind one of the best goalkeepers in the world at Liverpool, he said. Being a backup to one of the best goalkeepers in the world is a tough job considering Kelleher can only play in cup games against fewer opponents or Alisson is injured. The Brazilian has missed just 8 games since 2020. For Kelleher, match time was very low in the 2022-2023 season. He only appeared in 4 league games here and conceded 8 goals in both domestic cups. But during the 2021-2022 campaign, Liverpool played everything available to them after reaching the final of 3 cup competitions. This meant that there was more opportunity for the goalkeeper to start. This resulted in 8 games in which Liverpool managed to keep 4 clean sheets in all of their Carabao Cup matches, including a spot as they were confident enough for the final. And he repaid Klopp's faith by helping him win a penalty kick at Wembley. Kelleher is one of the first-choice goalkeeper candidates for the likes of Brighton and Brentford. He has many suitors and Premier League teams will also be interested. If he leaves, he will have played 21 times and will leave as part of a squad that has won a total of 5 trophies. However, Klopp is not keen on leaving the young goalkeeper. In his speech after the last Southampton game, he made it clear that he did not want Kelleher to leave the team. But here it is not only Klopp's side, but his players' willingness to stay. But it could change things if Kelleher wants to go to a team where he will get more time. If Kelleher stays this season, there will be a chance to play in the Europa League. Liverpool's current situation looks like it will definitely affect the future of the Irish goalkeeper.